Thank you for purchasing a Triangle Manufacturing Lazy Susan bearing. This is our assembly video of how to make your own custom Lazy Susan tabletop. First, you'll need a screwdriver, a pen or pencil, 8 screws of the appropriate length for what you are installing the bearing to, and with large enough heads that they do not go through the holes you are about to drill. You also need a tape measure. You will need the bearing and your top and base plates. Please look at our bearing to determine the top of the bearing. The top of the bearing is the side with the Triangle Manufacturing logo. That is your base plate. And this is your top plate. We have pre-drilled the holes in order to expedite this training video. Take the base. This will have the access hole to be drilled in it so that you can get to the holes when you screw the top of the bearing to the top plate. You will first need to measure the bearing and measure your base plate so that you can properly center the bearing on your base plate so that you can mark the holes that you're going to pre-drill for mounting. Be very careful with your measuring. Make sure you do center the bearing properly. Then mark the appropriate holes for which you're going to use the 4 of your 8 screws to mount, and you're also going to mark the 3/4 inch access hole. And there's actually 2 access holes, so you can drill one or both of them in order to expedite mounting the top of the bearing. At this point, you also need to mark your top plate for pre-drilling the top plate before you install the bottom bearing to the base plate. Now take your top of the bearing and place your top side down. Our bearing has its logo on the top side, remember. We have already pre-drilled those holes. Now pick up your base plate with the bearing already installed and line up the access hole with the holes with which you're going to mount the top of the bearing to the top plate. Now install those screws. Those screws will go through the access hole, through the top of the bearing, and then you're screwing into the top plate. Triangle offers 3-inch, 4-inch, 6-inch, 9-inch, and 12-inch Lazy Susans. We have used a 12-inch Lazy Susan for this demonstration. We also offer different coatings, detents, and stops, depending on what kind of a product you are going to be making. You have now created your own custom-made Triangle Lazy Susan. Thank you again.